Welcome once again to the Shadow Gallery. I'm your host, as always, James Donnelly, and um, this is a special edition that I have. Well, I've been vocal about it for some time on Twitter and on Facebook, but I feel the need to be even more vocal about it. To put it up here for you to see and for other people to hopefully view and see what they think is going on here. And this, of course, keeping in line with the with basically the dialogue and the milieu in which I am accustomed to discussing, which is comic books. But it's a controversy that's gone beyond that, I think. Um, Now, in what I'm referring to is the discourse currently about the new Ultimate Spider-Man. Okay. Now, recently, I had also discussed another controversial issue, which was uh, the the Superman controversy in regards to him basically renouncing his U.S. citizenship. And we saw how that was very much taken, particularly by our right wing media, um, and how that was taken to such um, ridiculous extremes. And now the discourse in this country, as bad as it's been, the whole thing about Amazing Spider-Man. Now, if you don't know, obviously, then you don't know, and you don't really belong here in this particular discussion. But essentially, we have in the Ultimate Universe, which is a universe that is parallel to what is the normal Marvel universe. Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man, died at both from a battle that he a battle with his arch nemesis, the Green Goblin, and also because he was suffering from a gunshot wound that he had suffered at the hands of the Punisher, which was an accidental shooting. Um, and basically, what we have going on here now is that right wing uh, news and news really all over the country, whether it's partisan or not, have been discussing this. In the context that, okay, well, Marvel has completely killed Peter Parker, and now they have Miles Morales, a young half black, half Hispanic teenager, taking Spider-Man's place. Um, After watching segments of Fox News last couple days, reading comments in, for instance, the USA Today on their website, and now I'm not talking about the actual. I'm not actually talking about the news organization itself as far as USA Today is concerned. Nor am I necessarily even talking about Fox News because, although I'm not entirely certain if Lou Dobbs is still part of Fox News or if he ever. Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not rightly sure. Um, but Glenn Beck, of course, famously, that's already something that's kind of a big thing on the internet now, which is his quote, his 2.5 minutes little thing about his feelings about the new the new Spider-Man, and some of the comments, some of the discourse that I've seen in regards to this from these news organizations, from these pundits, is that, they don't understand why this is being done, and they certainly can't for the life of them figure out why it would be going to someone who is half black, half Hispanic. Now, the knee-jerk reaction that I'm sure many people had is that, well, it's just, it's basically liberal pandering to minorities, to create a like an uber minority superhero that is half black and half Latino, not all black or all Latino, but it's coming off, and this is where the discourse obviously veers so far off course that it's truly contemptible. If you go to the USA Today's website, and if you look at some of the comments that people have left on there, I'm not even going to read them off or anything to that effect, or some of the things over at FoxNation.com. You'll see some. It's the worst examples of racism that I think I've seen in quite some time. Back in 2008, I think a lot of people were mistaken and thrown off by this. Back in 2008, the United States elected a black man, a half-black man, president. Okay? And I think that a lot of people were thinking that the days of racism were now officially behind us. That since we had, a black man in the highest office in the land, that would somehow, make way for a new era of understanding and of tolerance. And it's just not true. It's just not fucking true. It's, that we've come to this level of angry rhetoric about a comic book character that Kurt Busiek, I saw on his on one of his Facebook posts that he had run into some, as he puts it, quote unquote, shit for brains, who had referred to the new Ultimate Spider-Man as Spigger Man. And things like, well, so he's going to stop crime now by, stealing the hubcaps off of the getaway cars, or stealing the tires off of getaway cars and putting them on cinder blocks. Where is this coming from? I mean, really, where is this level of hatred coming from? I mean, are that many people so horrified by the fact that a fictional character that is not even necessarily part of the greater Marvel comic continuity is going to replace a white man? Is that fear so palpable that people have to go to such horrific extremes to talk about it and to comment on it? And I know a lot of people just think they're being funny and, it's just another black joke, or it's just another Hispanic joke. It's just, this is the kind of thing that, Chris Rock would say, or Carlos Mencia, or whatever. It's like, I don't care. America is revealing to the world, not even revealing, but just reinvigorating, reintroducing itself to the world as we are still a terribly racist country. And, uh, color does matter. You can't replace a white man with, you can't replace an iconic white character with a half black, half Latino youth, because it's just pandering. You're just making way for the liberal agenda of, inclusion, which is basically, if memory serves, that's kind of what America is supposed to be all about. It's supposed to be about inclusiveness. It just, I mean, it's made me, I mean, it's been occupying my thoughts, and thankfully, people like Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert have taken the time on their shows to talk about this, not at great length, but at least for a couple minutes, and say, you know what, this is bullshit. This is just ridiculous. The whole, basically, Glenn Beck saying that Michelle Obama is to blame, and if she's to blame, what are we blaming her for? Are we blaming both the death of Peter Parker and the emergence of this of Miles Morales as the new Ultimate Spider-Man? We're taking an icon, and we're making it somewhat different. We're trying something new. I mean, because God forbid there is a minority superhero. I mean, because if you look down the line, and there's a lot of reasons for this. Most of our heroes, I mean, I couldn't claim a percentage, are, but it's very high, are white males. And then there's a certain percentage that are white females. Then there's a much smaller percentage that are black men, Hispanic men, Asian men, and vice versa for women. Some have been gay. Midnighter is gay. But that's really it, as far as comic book heroes. I mean, if all of a sudden, Bruce Wayne came out of the closet tomorrow, I mean, people's minds would explode. So I mean, it's just, we're not a tolerant nation. You, wherever you are, I mean, what do you think about this? When you look at some of this stuff, what does it make you think about our country? Because it makes me sad. It makes me very unhappy with my country, that there's still this level of intolerance. I mean, it's like we're living in the 20s again. Or the 1800s. I mean, it's just awful. So I really want to know what you think. Please let me know. Comment here. Let me know what you think, because I, for one, I'm very disappointed in us. So that's it for tonight. Just let me know what you're thinking. Okay? Good night.